Hello again, everyone. Welcome back to Adventures in Arcane Space. Once again, I am your Dungeon Master, AuldDragon, and the players are...
Hi, I'm David Big Mac Shepherd. I play Braxon Miacc, who's a human fighter from an asteroid close to Brow. I nearly said a human asteroid. He's currently the ship's captain.
You might need to cut down on some of the stuff that you eat there. I don't know.
Yeah.
Braxon is clearly having some delusions today.
Going into Lafdul territory there, missing words.
Well, I suppose it's because Braxon's quite short and wants to be taller.
But hi everyone, I'm Daikamisama, and I play Solas of Ebha, who is Half-Elven Cleric Mage of Ogma.
Hi, I'm Levalithana, an elven wild mage who was asked to make Braxon taller, bigger, give him a plastic surgery to make him look better.
Get him on the rack, do your work. You know, you take his clothes off first, it's your thing, isn't it?
Yeah, I guess that's
Oh dear. Hi there, I am Zakad. I play the character of Lafdul Moonglade, a Mischiefmaker thief from Realm Space. His current gimmick is making up titles, so his current title is the misbegotten fibber of the Veracity and Paramasia. Paramasia. Basically, Lafdul's lying about the whole deal that he lost his memory, so he's making it fantastic.
You almost introduced yourself like James did that one time.
I've got to say, this is the best ever intro, the most professional one we've ever done.
Yeah, yes. We've only been doing it for years.
And it needs to be clipped on Twitch, so we can remember the quality of this week.
He's got the fonts up, so.
I have not.
There's only one way to go, and that's upward.
You know,
so you
Braxon,
think?
I couldn't.
Go ahead. Sorry.
You know, Braxon, I could make an asteroid out of you, probably, maybe.
You could do. You could make a statue, an asteroid-shaped statue.
No. I'd polymorph you
into an asteroid.
I don't know. What's the tallest one can polymorph someone else?
Well, I think you'd need polymorph any object.
Yeah, he'd be changing the classes quite significantly, so it would only last like an hour or a minute.
So, I do want to mention that Sealan Mortar, the player of Finnel'ar, he is out today, and James, the player of Ockar, is running a little late. He will be joining us shortly, however.
Oh, what am I going to do about my rat companion?
Oh, he specifically said that the rat companion will still be around, if necessary.
Don't say the word shortly. You'll make Braxon self-conscious.
And I also want to mention that unfortunately, you can't polymorph someone into a taller version of themselves.
Oh.
It doesn't work that way. Now, Braxon, if you want to be taller, I am sure the Zixchill would be more than happy to provide that service to you.
That is true.
Well,
that is true.
If ever dies.
Braxon is always drawing the short stick. Or a short straw.
They might do something like graft Braxon's lower body onto a centaur.
Oh, God. You're really not encouraging Lafdul to have brain surgery, aren't you?
Well, you've obviously not heard of the Zixil.
No, I haven't. The character.
That's the one I can't pronounce. That if Leva dies.
Well, if Leva dies, you're gonna have to start practicing that.
Yeah, if Leva dies, you're not gonna be able to be a Zixil because you'll say, "Can I be a whatever?" That one of those things.
Zixchill.
Well, it make the introduction better. Hi, I'm
Zixchill.
Name. I forget what I am.
Well, you name your character first.
So. Zixchill.
Zixchill.
Just practice it. Zixchill. And it's fun to say, too.
Yeah, I actually quite like that word.
Come on, everyone out there watching on YouTube and Twitch. Zixchill. Say it loudly. Make everyone else who can hear you, maybe if you're wearing headphones, you're riding on public transportation, look at you really weirdly. Come on, you know you want to.
I get the feeling we've gone insane now.
Nah.
Just you guys.
We'll change
no more than any other week.
Yeah.
See, Lafdul's title makes entirely sense. Entirely sense? Oh god. Makes entire sense now.
It seems that we've all lost the ability to talk to some degree or another in the last week.
Mm.
So, that's a perfect time to find out what you guys want to do. You made it back to the camp on New Atari. I don't think you've taken off. I think there was some talk about going back to your ship and just taking the ship in.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of feelings that maybe this location is a little dangerous.
Well, unless we go with the scorched earth plan, we get some fireball pathing.
Is this still the same day that
Yes.
I was attacked?
Yes. No one is.
Solas is in process of getting drunk.
You just like tapping the barrels, just opening them all up.
I hope you're not drinking our stock.
Well, he can't be. You're still on New Atari. I don't think you've taken off yet.
Oh, that's true. No, well, I don't think he'd get drunk before we took off.
I think I thought we got back to our ship.
That was our plan. I don't think we actually enacted it though.
Yeah. All right. Let's fly off and fly away from that base and try and get up into space without getting attacked by anything.
Okay. All right. So, it is at this point still early in the 4-day night of New Atari. So it is up to you how you guys want to handle it. Do you guys want to rest? Do you want to just immediately get back down there? What do you want to do?
I think we need to do some healing and stuff.
Okay.
When people really nearly, we burnt a lot of healing spells. We're out of combat spells, but we've got some spells.
Yeah.
I burned most of my spells.
All your spells, your cleric and your wizard spells?
Quite a lot of useful spells.
Braxon will want to check over the flitter to make sure it's not damaged.
Well, we're flying on it, so one would assume and hope that it's not.
Yeah, I mean, like, monster scratches.
It has no significant damage.
Any moss growing on it, make sure about the moss. That moss is dangerous.
Yeah.
If you give it a scrub over, get the crew to scrub it. Bottom side where it was landing on the ground.
I don't know. I think Braxon would probably not want to have the crew die scrubbing moss off. He'd probably want to get rid of himself.
That's how you deal with contagions.
Yeah.
It's a living ship, unlike most other ships.
That's true, because it could affect the ship. Do any of spellcasters have spells that get rid of things?
Kill things?
No, spells like that. I could burn them all away.
That's more Finnel'ar's route.
So it would
although
also
he's kind of...
better.
There's a chance it might actually harm the flitter being a living ship. Just go with some salt water. Is that one would assume? Can I roll herbalism? Do I know salt water would be pretty toxic? It's a plant moss, especially when it's not near any sea.
Well, I mean, I think you'd know that it's not so much that it would be toxic as you dip a plant.
Inhibit.
You dip a plant in salt water, and the plant's not really going to be affected by it. It's more if you water it with salt water every day, then it might have a problem.
I mean, just scrubbing it down with soap water and actually scrubbing it should do.
I don't think would we have that much soap though?
You got to swab the decks and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, we probably would. Yeah, but that's usually done with water, isn't it? I don't actually
Not
know.
just water, usually with soap water.
Don't you slip and slide there?
Not when it dries.
I know the whole point is to prevent you from slipping and sliding.
I mean, no one wants to have their deck be painted with blood and gore. So you would clean it with soap water.
Or you could go. Or you could go to Ronco Space and get the Deco-Matic. Built by Tinker Gnomes.
Now, if Braxon wants to scrub the flitter entirely on his own, that's going to take a while.
Yeah.
No, you get the crew. That's what
I suppose you get the crew. Yeah, I suppose so.
You only really need to do the underside bit.
Well, we were using stuff on the wings to camouflage it.
Right.
And there was some green amoeboid monster goop that splattered over it when the creature died. So
yeah.
Oh dear. And
the other thing I was thinking before we go down, we probably want to look through the Dolphin shuttle and make sure there's not anything on it that conflicts with the story that we're going to tell in case they want to come on and do an inspection.
Yeah, we're going to have to get all the trade goods on that ship.
Well, we've already got trade goods on there, but if there's anything we want to take off because it doesn't support our story, we can take it off and put it on the main ship. And if anyone's got anything that looks like it might be stolen, that we can...
I would have to dispel a ward on the shuttle because it was in respect against evil. We're going to a pirate port. One of them's bound to be evil.
Right.
It's probably going to kill them. That's going to be awkward. I would have to dispel that tomorrow.
Yeah, but that's also a defense.
Or at least... Well, hang on. Let me just check where I've actually placed it, because I think I'd put it on the equivalent of, like, the hold for the hilt, whatever the equivalent that is.
It's got a hold.
Yeah, I think that was... hang on. Glyphs of boarding. So I'm checking the blade information. I'll see if I've got anything on the hilt. Because I might have actually only cast it on the blade. According to my notes, I only cast it on the blade. Oh no. Main helm's room, access door. Could we tell them it's warded and they can just look?
That's on the Dolphin, not the shuttle. Right?
This...
main helm room.
They both have on both the main helms rooms, on both of them.
Okay.
This is what I've got on the actual notes of the hilt. Just that one thing on blade. So I've got 4 glyphs of warding in total. 3 on the main ship, 4 on that one on the other. This is what I got for the other one. How big is the helm's room? Could we just tell them it's warded if they go in? Because they're not part of the crew, yourself the trap, but they can still see.
I mean, you can tell them that, but they might still ask to search it.
How can you look around the corners?
Let's see. That is this room right here on the shuttle.
Where are you? I need to zoom out.
Oh, sorry.
Didn't see that.
Oh, there. Really?
Yep.
What's an entranceway? Could they not, like...
That's the helm room. Unless, I mean, that's by the listing on the thing. You can always put it somewhere else if you want.
It's already there. I mean, it was to
I don't know that you guys
stealing.
specifically said where you wanted your helm to be located. So I'm just going by the...
If we haven't changed that, I assume it'd be default.
I'm going with with the main descriptions here. So
Yeah.
Yeah, but default unless we change it.
Could they? How much of an angle can you see him from that side?
I mean, if the door's closed, you can't see
No,
him
open.
at all.
As if we could just show them rather than them go in.
They still might want to go in.
Mm.
I mean, they may not. You don't know.
We might be able to talk them out of doing an inspection, but if we're going to land in there, we're based on their customs. Did you detect
It's
the
the other
customs
port.
in the other port?
Yeah.
I know you went to the other port. Did you see what sort of customs they have?
I don't think the customs extended to inspections.
Yeah, customs doesn't extend to laws. The customs is specifically about, like, do you shake hands or not? Do you bow or not? Do you take your shoes off before
Yeah.
going inside? Those are customs. You know.
And you didn't go down to the dock area much, did you?
I spoke to one of the captains, the Great Answer, which just left in the other
Right.
port.
Yeah, so you wouldn't have picked up whether they do inspections or not.
Yeah, well, it's very awkward to come up with a cover story when the dockmaster knows exactly who comes in and who goes out. I mean, it's odds
No.
that people get
that's fine.
smuggled in, but I don't exactly want to fork over more money than I don't have.
Just clarifying that we don't know.
Yeah. No, I'm just going to straight up tell them it's magically warded. If you go in, you might set off the trap. I mean,
Yep.
It's our helm room. It's our most valuable area. I mean, you can look to the best of your ability. I mean, if no, I can't sit against evil because that means we gotta go along the lines of we're smugglers rather than pirates. Well, no, I just word it in such a way to say against beholders, beholders, devils, anyone of a like truly despicable nature. Maybe I have to put some embellishment on it.
Yeah, okay.
Well,
Who wants
I
to be a
think
slave?
I think trading fits in with our cover story.
Yeah, I would word it in such a way that we have put some magical wars against like evil creatures, like beholders, and I say like undead. I would just have to word it like that. Like basically, I say it might come across a little bit offensive, but I'm just gonna have to play it out and just say, only the most truly evil people will set it off. You're not one of them, right? I mean, yeah, well, that's not gonna end well.
It's probably best to say that we've got the thing magically warded and only a certain number of people are allowed in the room.
Yeah, oh yeah, I can extend the warding to the crew.
Question?
Yep.
So, if there's a protection against evil, is it a protection against evil intent, or is it against evil per se?
It's protection against evil alignment, not intent.
Okay.
Spells cast by an evil person will give you a bonus to your saving throws and stuff.
So I suppose that means if you charmed a paladin and got them to go and murder someone, it wouldn't stop them because they're not evil.
Oh, that's an interesting one.
And they wouldn't.
They're affected
hold
by
on,
an
hold
evil
on. Are you
enchantment.
talking about protection from evil, the spell, or are you talking about the warding the room against entry by evil creatures? I thought you were talking about the warding.
No, I'm in the warding.
Yeah, that would not block a charmed paladin.
Yeah. Because the paladin would essentially be a good person who believes that they're doing a good thing because they've been brainwashed.
Yeah, I don't think you can.
Right, but it has nothing to do with intent. It has to do with alignment.
Yeah.
The paladin, I mean, a charmed paladin who goes and murders someone is going to not be a paladin anymore after that. But
yeah, that's a quick way to fall down your code.
Hey, Ockar. We weren't talking about you at all.
Braxon wasn't plotting against you.
Right. But what a fun way to come to the conversation.
Now, after that happens, like they may not be able to get out of that room, depending on exactly what they did.
Oh, that would be funny. Go into a room that has a restriction on alignment, but you do something in the room that changes your alignment.
Because if you're charmed and you atone, then you can regain your status, oftentimes, depending on what you do.
I noticed that priest atone is actually quite costly.
From what I read, if what you did was chaotic, then you can get your alignment back. But if you commit an evil act, you can get your class back. But if you commit an evil action, you can't.
Well, being charmed kind of negates some of that because it's not voluntary.
True.
And that's the thing. That's where the dividing line is going to play into it.
Anywho, the thing is that we're talking about whether we need to get rid of that spell or not, and if we keep the spell and we tell them there's a spell protecting that room, and only people in our crew are allowed in there, whether that will suffice.
Mm-hmm.
If they say no, they can tell us to leave, can't they?
Yeah, I suppose worst case scenario, or they say wait until you dispel it. You don't leave your ship until we search it, or something like that.
Yeah.
Or you remain docked until we can search it.
What happens if someone goes in? Does it burn up the ward, or does the ward carry on?
If they're evil, it will trigger the ward.
Does that cancel out the ward?
Yeah. It sets it off.
It's expended on use.
So
it's basically a pirate pot. The odds are most of them are probably neutral. Some of them are going to be evil.
They might get someone they don't like and throw them into the room.
Yeah, that person's probably.
Anywho, we'll find out when we go down there if we're leaving it. I would suggest that we don't burn up resources, destroying other resources.
That's up to you.
I mean, I will prepare a dispel magic because it is my own ward. I mean, worst case scenario, I'll just have to dispel it.
Okay.
I mean, it's no biggie. I could just reapply it the next day or something.
Yeah.
It seems reasonable.
And if you got the dispel magic, you can use it on other stuff.
I will try to argue against it, but you know.
Yeah.
All right, so you guys are gonna rest.
Yeah.
Solas is going to finish off one of his casks of dwarven mead.
All right.
I think Braxon want to go over the shuttle and make sure we've got nothing on there that makes us look like we're too good.
Are you doing this Solas inside your room alone?
Yes.
Not in the library looking for anti-amorphous spells?
No,
to better yourself?
This night is for trying to get rid of all those nasty memories of the monster.
Oh, Lafdul would say he just needs to take a walk. You know, I mean, it worked wonders for Lafdul.
Braxton's gonna grab hold of Lafdul when he's on his own and say, is there anything we can put on our ship that's going to make it look dodgy to support whatever cover story you want to come up with?
Slaves. Manacles.
Slaves, yeah.
We got any manacles and stuff like that to look like we trade prisoners or?
Don't really fancy looking like a slaver.
I mean, yeah, that's two different things. That's a slaver vessel. If you want to go masquerade as a slaver vessel, okay, but you don't have to masquerade as a slaver vessel.
No,
Slavers.
We don't want to masquerade as a slaver vessel because then Lafdul's excuse on why there's a ward there for bad people like slavers and stuff won't work anymore.
Yeah. Oh, well, unless there's an exception for us.
there's always an
I
exception
mean,
for us.
does it have to be that we
We're
try
not
to
doing slavers, it's fine.
look more dodgy by items? We can just say that these items were acquired, that we sell
Yeah,
were
yeah.
acquired. I
So
mean,
we-
it's not like they can go and ask about them, ask about it on a reorgs.
I know. I just meant if we put. Well, that's what I was intending to do with our primary cargo, but I don't know if there's anything anyone has that looks valuable enough to be something that we could be trying to sell on anywhere. Have we got anything we're still trying to get rid of? I'm not proposing we sell it here.
Trying to get rid of. What do you mean exactly?
We've every so often we get some magic items and we don't do anything with them, and
You mean
so
like that giant emerald that we've been holding on for like forever?
yeah. So we can have.
We should put that in a bank. We should carry that with us. We get stolen one day.
The bank
yes,
get robbed
the
as well.
bank that doesn't exist.
Yeah. What?
Hang
I
on,
just-
Lafdul has the equivalent of a bank that he pays out a check to his Thieves Guild.
There's a little bit of a difference in, I think, what you're thinking. These things don't have like safe deposit boxes that you can put those things in.
No, but it's kind of like
Basically, any bank is just they give you a letter of credits to the amount of money you give them.
I think it
last time
more
we got-
likely would be that you'd be prepaying what you hope is going to cover your Thieves Guild fees before you leave.
Yeah, the last time we had a letter of credit, it was from the Arcane. It's not that common a thing.
So if you're going to make changes to your ship, you need to be fairly specific. So, like, if you're removing things that you think will give yourself away, you need to tell me what those are.
Yeah.
And if you're putting things on that you hope are going to enhance your cover story, then you need to tell me what those things are.
I mean,
obviously
we
we
can.
got the.
I mean, we can just go in with a cover story that Lafdul basically got these things that we are selling from the Thieves Guild contact by buying some stuff that they found that had a drop off the cargo ship or something like that.
Do we have any of that wood we got off the Illithid ship left? Does that
Wood.
have any look to it? Yeah, we took some wood out their cargo hold.
It's just wood.
It's just wood.
Yeah.
It doesn't look special.
No.
Okay.
You don't, like...
It's
If you've
just
got
a
a
shape.
specific color scheme on your vessel or something like that, you don't do that until you put the wood in place and then paint it.
I thought it might be some sort of cyanic wood.
I still-
It's just wood.
I'm trying to think of my character's name. Was it Denton Scarhand? Yeah.
I don't know.
Sounds about
You'll
right.
just have to make a new name then.
Yeah, one second, I'm going to check. I got notes somewhere, haven't I? Yeah.
I mean, you guys do have some cargo, so...
Yeah, no, it was.
Yeah,
Denton Scarhand.
we're gonna leave the cargo that's on the shuttle. I was just wondering if we wanted to swap anything.
All right. Any... And not just changes,
Not
but also
really.
let me know if there's anything that you want to make sure that I'm aware of with the setup of your shuttle.
I would be trying to come up with disguises to make at least Brax leather.
Hmm.
Do you want to travel around town as a traveling companion, maybe not an elf?
Mhm.
I've
Yeah,
seen
I can do that.
you. How long can you do that for? Do you have what kind of spells do you have, rather?
Well, I can either go invisible,
Well,
or I can polymorph self, which lasts. What did I write down? Somewhere between 5 and 30 turns. No, 10 and 30 turns. Sorry.
So probably at least an hour. It's almost an hour at the minimum because it's -5. Can you talk in that language?
Nope.
Do you have a spell that allows you to? Do either of you allow you? Could either of you teach each other that spell if either of you know it?
I don't.
Does Solas, do you know this tongue spell, the wizard one?
He
I
does,
know
yes.
both of them.
Could you teach Leva if she'd be willing to learn it?
Oh, would you ever? Yes.
Because it only takes a day. Then you could also speak the language and be that thing.
Wizard version of it can be casted on other people.
Oh?
How long does it last?
1 round per level.
Oh god.
Oh, that's not
That's
very
not
long.
very long. It's longer than the priest one, I think.
The priest one is 1 turn.
Yeah, so
Well, Leva could go along and...
So the wizard version would be 1 round longer.
what level is that spell though?
It's
Is it
3rd level.
Oh, it's easier for mages.
Yeah,
Right,
the only thing I've got.
The tongue spell is very much you're confronted with people who are speaking a language you don't know. Well, let's cast right now something that solves that problem. So.
Yeah.
Or if we wanna, for example, say if I want to talk to I don't actually know. I'm just trying to think somewhere where you'd have like a. Say if I want to talk about Zar, for example, hypothetically.
Yeah, we don't.
It helps.
I don't think we need to ponder the many uses of these various spells, unless it's like potentially applicable here. If you wanted to ask me about that kind of, okay, then go ahead.
Leva turns as a Minotaur. She talks as a Minotaur. I talk as a Minotaur to her, and we talk to some Minotaurs about Zar.
You do know she could be a very small creature.
Yeah, I assume you can do many such things.
What she could do is see whether you got any attention from the people by seeing whether anybody's trying to scry you. Dictate scrying and stuff like that. Something like that.
You could make her into a gully.
Isn't that scrying spell specifically against only scrying?
Mm-hmm.
As in,
nothing at all.
Unless you antagonize a really powerful wizard, that seems almost. Well, I won't say redundant. It's very, very unlikely to ever come up. I don't want to. That's just my feeling on that.
I don't know. Old, what do you think?
It's up to you. I mean,
well, it reveals the use of crystal balls or other magical scrying devices.
It's one of those things. What if we were to talk to some people and then leave? Then there's a chance once we've left that someone might scry on us. I don't think they're going to be doing it there and then while we're in town, because they would have to have the spell prepared, and the odds of that happening are very, very slim.
Quick note. The wizard version of tongues is not castable on other people.
I don't think it was.
It's a range of 0.
Yeah, but that could just be touch.
No, then that would be range touch.
Okay.
Range Does it say target one creature?
No.
Oh.
Range is 0. Area of effect is 30-foot radius.
Nice. Just turn Lever into a gully dwarf.
You would need to know gully dwarf. That's what the tongue spell's for. Well, anyway, you going to learn that spell specifically. We're trying to push the time. I mean,
would it
you
be
don't.
Really...
It might be useful.
Would it be really possible for Leva to learn this in a day? Old?
Copying a spell if he knows
Yeah,
them.
you can copy a spell in an evening.
Okay.
As long as you succeed in the learning check.
Yeah. As long as the roll works.
That
Just
is
make the roll because
Lafdul, shut up! Shut up! You're not allowed to say a word.
if you fail to roll, then working out what you're going to do with the spell is a waste of time.
well,
True.
yeah, but at the same time, if you make the roll, then that means that it's in. You've learned it. It's counting towards your total, even if you decide,
That's true.
I don't really want it in my spell book.
That's true.
It's an incredibly useful spell to have, though. To speak any language.
Oh, that's very useful.
Do you
It's
do you have
insanely
the
useful.
Leva is not allowed to take it in because she already has a maximum of 18 spells in the 3rd level,
Oh,
so she'd have
really?
to research it.
Oh well. You're going to be the strong silent type level if you happen to be a minus or something. The public guide.
I mean,
Yeah.
the Minotaurs here speak other languages too. You know.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, you spoke common with them.
It's like an elf goes past an elf, they're going to say something in elvish to each other. Chances are, if they do
Not
speak.
necessarily. Especially in Spelljammer, where one elf might be from Kryn and one elf might be from Realm Space, in which case they wouldn't necessarily have the same language.
Same with Minotaur. Minotaur might be from Otera sphere and they don't have the Grynish Minotaur.
All right, but if she
That's
can't take
true.
the spell, then that's
All right, it's me.
That's true.
I mean, she still can change into Minotaur if she wants.
She has to
That's
speak with a
something.
Brallian accent.
She's just going to be silent, you know. She's going to look.
You can grunt.
Mm.
Master of grunts.
Mm.
I've seen the dinosaurs do that a lot. He grunts. They have.
She's going to whisper to you, Lafdul. How about
That's
that?
not very Minotaur-like.
all right. So what's the plan? What are you guys doing?
We're flying the hilts into town. I'm going to pretend to be a smuggler slash... Well, yeah, we smuggler slash trader. I'm going to apply my original story that I was looking for something on the Emerald Oak Leaf, a bracelet. I learned about it from the Thieves Guild. And now I'm tracking it down even further because I learned about these port locations from them.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
So,
once we're in town, we investigate stuff.
do you own the ship
Ooh.
or are you renting the ship?
No, we're going with the same story as last time. I'm just the owner. You're the captain of it.
Right. Does Braxon need a different name? Do we need to repaint the name on our ship?
Oh. Yeah, the odds of anyone.
The odds of anyone knowing anything about the asteroid that Red Njord's
We're an
cousin lives on
entirely
are remote
different
unless they're
sphere.
Red Njord. Yeah. Yeah, we might be okay.
I mean, worst case scenario, we get a bounty later on,
There'd be a bounty on us.
which is change the hilt to the scabbard or something.
Mm.
And we're not exactly an easy target for people to take on in Baldovin. Wrong again, if they well, it's here, don't there. Yeah. So we rest, I guess. Change up our spells.
Mm-hmm.
We put the cargo in. Can we fit the oil in as well?
We bought the oil when we were on the ship, so it should fit.
All right, we'd do that. What crew are we going to take down?
Good question. Who's not going to spill the beans?
Dwarves.
Did you see many dwarves when you were on the other port?
Yeah, there are some dwarves. There's mostly minotaurs, though.
Did you see any GIF?
Did I see any GIF? I don't think I did.
No, you did not.
Right.
GIF are rare at this inward of this system.
Yeah, but we're also a new trader in town,
Yeah.
so to speak. We could be the ones bringing the oddities, the unusualness.
So we could take a couple of GIF to be your bodyguards and have the dwarves to look after the ship.
Mm-hmm.
And we make sure everyone's briefed so they know we're going somewhere dodgy. And
Ockar can be obviously still first officer, because you would still have a first officer.
Yeah, but he'll stay on the ship when we leave.
Yeah. And so the traveling party would be me, you, Braxon, Leva, and the two Minotaurs, maybe Finn in a pocket. I don't know.
The two Minotaurs.
Two GIF.
Two GIF. Yeah.
All right,
Or at
so
least maybe like an entourage. I don't know.
You're taking down 2 GIF and the rest humans for crew?
Oh no, that was just a traveling party. I think we'll have, because we still need actual sailors, don't we?
Yeah.
How many sailors do we need, and how many rest can we get away with dwarves?
The crew stats for the Dolphin shuttle is...
Because we're going into a
Yeah.
potential pirate port. One would assume that you are...
The crew stats are 4 to 20, so that's a minimum of 4, which I think also includes the helmsman.
Yeah.
All right, helmsman
And
plus
a
us is
maximum of...
7.
Yeah. So we're going to top that out with 13 people.
The gift for 2 people each.
Yeah.
7, no, yeah, 11, and
Bear-
4 crew, 15, then 5 dwarves.
Bearing in mind that they'll suspect that we come from are we going to say we've got a dolphin, or are we going to say we're just...
Well, yeah, there's no harm in saying that we're obviously part of a bigger ship, because
Well,
it's a
if we're going to
standard
say we're part of the bigger ship, then we can just park the bigger ship in orbit and come down with the shuttle, and it doesn't matter if we were over the 20,
So
because we got a bigger ship upstairs.
just keep in mind also that the Dolphin shuttle is a ship in and of itself.
Yeah.
And it's like a small galleon. It
Yeah.
would actually be kind of useful for a smuggler to have and get around it, even without the Dolphin itself. So
we can just say we've just got this.
And it looks like a small water craft. It doesn't really...
Yeah.
It's not
that's why it looks
so
that way, isn't it?
unique in its design that anyone who sees it is going to be like, oh, you must have a dolphin with you, kind of thing.
Yeah.
That's part of the point.
Yeah.
I might extend our story to say we're smugglers, but we're also monster hunters.
Okay.
Because we could have, like, if Finn's allowing, we could just have the displacer beast in the eyes.
Since he's not here, I would not want to say that right now, because
I'm just
I
thinking
don't know what his
parts.
interests in it were, and I don't want to get rid of it and then have him come back and say, oh, I was going to do these with that, or I thought we could do this with it, or something like that.
We're not getting rid of the arm.
Okay.
It was literally a showpiece. We say we killed monsters. Yeah, look at that. It's a displacer beast side. Yeah, it's just...
Okay.
It was literally part of the story. I'm not doing anything with it. It's, whatever he does,
that's why I was wondering if you had any pickled eyes or anything in your...
We got the eyes. So it's getting awfully suspicious. Like, we've been hunting some... Well, there's no harm in saying we hunted some monsters down on, but we didn't know about the local ecosystem. We tried walking here.
We
that
probably
turned
don't
out
wanna take-
like.
No, we shouldn't take anything from the moon.
What do
We
you mean?
shouldn't take anything. We shouldn't take anything that gives the appearance that we've already been on the moon.
Is that necessarily a bad thing? If we just say that we just landed, we tried walking here, that turned out like a bad idea.
If that sort of stuff comes out and they accuse us of it, you can deal with it then. But you don't want to provide them with information.
Alright, that's...
Except the bare minimum for them to buy into the fact that we want to go there and see what illegal things they've got for sale that we can make a profit on.
Alright, no, it's fine.
And possibly sell
I
some
could just...
of our cargo there.
Yeah.
I could just say that some of the mercenaries I hired killed some giant blob thing. I don't know, I wasn't there.
I think really we're going to be traders and we buy stuff from ports like this, and we go to ports like Brow where you can sell things for more money, and we make a profit, and we don't care where it comes from.
Mm-hmm.
And that's probably enough for them.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, if you have to change your story on the fly, then we'll just change the alibi on the fly.
All right. You guys feel ready, or is there anything else you want to prepare?
Wow, I want to change up my spells if you haven't slept yet.
Okay.
I suppose
Yeah.
Braxon can tool up a bit if we're going down to a port.
We don't need
Ockar,
a,
Levalithana?
I'm fine with it.
we don't need
Wow.
the spectral force either, do we?
True.
No, for not. We're just going straight into.
Mm.
I'm going to start changing my spells, presuming. Things we're going to get a random encounter if we sleep, aren't we? There's a chance, or.
I mean, if we
there's
are
always a chance.
sleeping on our ship,
I'd rather sleep on the ship so I don't get stoned again.
We would. We would sleep.
Solas refuses to camp on the moon anymore.
I think we would sleep on the ship to recover.
Yeah,
Mhm.
we'll
Because
sleep,
don't
obviously.
forget.
Solas
Don't
Solas
forget
still needs healing, and
the helmsman we brought up on the flitter cannot fly the Dolphin shuttle until the next day.
But you could take one of your other helmsmen.
Yeah,
We
just
could
rotate
do,
them
but
out.
there's no point us losing a helmsman when it's not an emergency.
Wow.
Well,
times
it's
of
not so
absence.
much that you'd lose a helmsman, but what I mean is that if you want to use the same helmsman, then you got to wait 24 hours. If you want to use a different helmsman, then you don't have to wait 24 hours. You can get down there a little bit earlier. You'd still rest,
Yeah.
but you wouldn't have to wait 24 hours.
Yeah.
but
I-
are
my
we in any kind of hurry, really?
You know, my joints still feel a little bit stiff after the stoning.
Yeah,
And
so
Solas
you-
is going to be hangover next day.
So as to hurry, again, there's 4 days of night, but the longer you take, the less night there is. You don't know exactly what's going on down there, and you might want to maximize your time down there. It's up to you.
Is there anyone that took damage that hasn't been healed?
Well, Solas.
Right.
I've used up all my
I've
healing
used
magic.
all my
items.
healing magic.
Okay, you got your lay on hands still? Do you heal
Yeah, I
enough?
haven't used it. I
I don't
use
want to
that.
volunteer people's stuff, but if someone's got a spell.
I have lay on hands. It's gonna be the end of the day anyway, so I could just use that.
Oh
if I
wait,
need
didn't
it.
you use that on Beowulf?
Did I? No, I don't think I did.
How's his hit points
I think
doing?
you might have.
I thought you might have. Yeah.
He
I
was
think
injured.
you did.
How's his hit points?
Oh, they're at full.
Then yeah, I think you did.
Okay, then I use lay on hands on him. I just didn't remember.
Alright. It's easy enough to heal up the next day anyway. I haven't had my temporary new purchase for ages. Oh well, happens.
You could make temporary healing potions and sell them.
Yeah, second level spells that I'm not going to reserve.
Do I roll a constitution check to see if I get decent enough rest?
Why wouldn't you get decent enough rest?
Yeah, if
Solas
you're
is going to
knocked
be
out.
passing out.
He's drunk and has a
Yeah.
hangover.
you may not get your spells in the morning, but
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
more
well,
of a hangover thing. You'll sleep fine, but you may have a hangover in the morning.
does
Well-
it interrupt my spell gaining?
Slow it down.
We'll see.
If Solas has got drunk,
No,
we'll
it
have to
doesn't,
wait
actually.
for him.
It really doesn't.
If Solas has
Okay.
got drunk, we'll have to wait for him to sober up unless we're going to leave him.
I mean, he is going to be sobering up for the next day since he passed out way before the midnight.
Right, well then we've got to wait for him to get over being drunk anyway.
we got to wait for our spells to be gained anyway. So, during that quiet time of contemplation.
All right, so you guys can change up your spells. What do you want to do about Helmsman? Do you want to wait the full time for Sun Fayun to be able to pilot again, or do you want to take Nor or Numerial?
Mario. I'd say we take one of either of those.
What's the difference in time?
16 hours.
16
Not
hours.
a full 16 hours. Because
Decent
again,
enough
like
amount of time.
it's based on the time that he started piloting, not the time that he ended piloting. But you're still looking at 12 to 8 hours, somewhere in there.
Do I regain hit points when I sleep?
Everyone will gain 1.
Okay, so I'm full now after that one cure moderate after I regain my spells.
Okay. Let me see. I don't think Finn was injured. No. All right.
Pretty much only me, Ockar, and Beowulf were injured, and Sun Fayun.
Well, sounds silly, old.
Mm-hmm.
How is there like an educated guess on whether or not no customs might be useful in a different port?
I mean, if the other port has different customs, then you'll learn about it. But keep in mind, so no customs is
It'll give me my +1 reaction, basically.
yeah, it'll do that, and it's specifically about not doing social faux pas of shaking with your right hand when you should be shaking with your left hand, or
All right, I'll take it.
not bowing, or some, those sorts of things. It doesn't tell you that, the punishment for thievery is getting your head chopped off, or you're losing a hand, or just a 10 steel piece fine, or something like that, It doesn't tell you the laws.
I get the feeling a chaotic priest will never have access to the equivalent of a no-law spell. That seems like a lawful spell.
But it's the kind of thing that it informs you that, if you're in a place where you never accept responsibility for a good thing, like you always say, oh, no, it wasn't really me, it was all the other people that I worked with, kind of thing. That's, again, the customs that you know. So that's where you're getting the +1 reaction adjustment from.
Oh, I don't need pass without trace. Wow, maybe, but yeah. The odds. Maybe mixed feelings about these spells. See, I like having time to think about my spells, because in-game, I've got hours. Out of game, I've still got hours, just not as many.
I mean, you had all this past week.
Yeah, but I don't think ahead that I'm going to take this spell, this spell, this spell, this spell. I like to do it when we rest and change your spells over the week.
Yeah,
That's why I like to end episodes so much better.
It's up to you. Solas and Leva, how are you doing on spells?
We're
You
okay.
You got them.
Well, I'm okay. Sorry.
You got them swapped up.
Yes.
I'm just checking few spells that I'm going to, but mostly I've changed them already.
Okay.
Leva would like to start the day by casting Omen
Okay.
to see whether our endeavor will turn out successfully or not.
All right, let's see. Need to pull up the list of things. That's right. That's in that book.
Braxon's going to make sure he's memorized the semantic component for his squash head spell.
Yes, you do that. Okay, so you're casting Omen. Let's see. Level variation doesn't matter. That's my D10. Okay, it's a neutral omen, which basically indicates that there's too much at flux to indicate whether it's going to be a, auspicious time or not to do what you plan to do.
Too many factors.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Did your spell just...
She passes that on to the group. Hey, people, it's interesting. Too many things at work. At play.
Too many variables.
Yeah.
You have a lot being planned, so it's not.
And she will also cast Strength and Cat's Grace. She's considering taking Strength for herself. So
I would love Cat's Grace because I want that 5%.
yes, okay.
Please, I would definitely appreciate it.
Solas would appreciate the strength spell.
I know he does. She will use it on herself.
All right, so I should probably just let you roll the modification. You're casting strength on yourself, Leva?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so 1d4.
How many hours has it been? It's not been a full 24 hours yet, has it?
No.
So Solas's armor spells still affecting me.
Yeah.
So it is +2, isn't it?
Yep.
Wow.
2 points higher strength.
11.
You're less scrawny Minotaur now.
She feels strong.
And you're casting Cat's Grace on whom?
On Lafdul.
It's just whether it works.
Okay. So you get 1 point.
Yay.
Woohoo!
Hey, that 5% pickpocket or something, it helps.
Mm-hmm. Every little helps.
Oh, I need to get my thieves' scrolls up because I never write them down.
All right, any other spells that anyone is going to cast in preparation?
I'm casting Blessed Watchfulness on myself.
Okay.
Obviously, when we start going down, I assume at this point we are preparing to.
Yeah. I mean, it's going to take 20 minutes to get down there anyway, so at any point during that, you can cast it.
It does help, like, with... It's a silly statement. It's an observation spell, and does it help for lookouts?
What?
Blessed Watchfulness, because it just prevents you from being surprised, generally speaking.
Yeah, it's basically like, think of it as like you get like a tingle on the back of your neck or something like that, unless it says something different on how it works. That's how I would assume it works.
Exceptional powers of observation and alertness.
Yeah.
So I'm going to cast another one on Ockar.
Okay.
Because he's going to be watching our ship, so...
Okay.
Yeah. I'm letting you handle all the subterfuge stuff while I hang out at the ship.
Okay.
That'd
Anyone
probably
else?
be more of a hindrance than a help out there.
Well, unless there was a fight. We should agree some signals for the signal whistles.
Yeah.
We need to buy a couple of spare ones as well to give to our.
We need a different
Community
means of
officers.
communicating other than whistles. We need to come up with something. We need to buy something.
Yeah, well, and tell them whistles are kind of low tech. They work.
I wonder, do stones of sending exist in this edition?
Probably. Just rare.
I don't know what those are.
It
So
sounds
they might be
mental.
under a different name.
Maybe
It's
like
basically
mind
a small-
stones.
It's like a stone that you place to your lips and use it to send a sending to a person with. It's a pair of stones. You have one stone, another person has the other, and you talk into one, and the other person gets the message.
I
It
can't.
might be
I
mind
can't recall.
stones.
I can't recall anything like that.
There's
Okay.
cones.
We have sending. We have 2 sendings.
There's those cones all, but they're supposed to be stupid.
Are you gonna
Oh,
need the sendings here if you're literally going down with us?
here's the thought: if you
Well,
guys
why
end up
not?
in trouble,
If
you guys end up in trouble, Leva, send
Oh yeah, I
me a
suppose.
sending to the ship so I can come and help you guys out.
you'd
Sending
also be
requires
leaving the ship.
10-minute casting time.
10-minute
this-
casting time. That's gonna be awkward. You
Oh,
won't be casting that down there.
If we get in trouble, Braxton's going to be doing 3 blasts, and then 3 blasts on the whistle, or something like that. We'll have a few. We'll have a few whistle things. There'll be in the signals that we've already agreed a long time ago. There'll be a get the helm ready. We're coming in. We need to leave immediately, and there'll be a come and get us signal. If we wanted to do specific things, we'd have to agree something else, and that wouldn't be something that would be easy to do.
right.
But I would have thought we'd have, unless Ord says we can't have that. I would have thought we'd easily have two things for that.
I can.
Yeah, that's fine.
Bearing in mind that means everyone's going to know.
If spell's already been cast, so no, never mind.
So one thing to keep in mind with the signal whistles is that you can't have so many signals because
Yeah. Exactly, you can only have a few.
Yeah. So I'm fine setting up a couple, and then of course just blowing on the whistle is at least going to indicate that something's up.
Yeah.
All right. So anything else that you are? Any other spells anyone's casting?
No, I have my dispel magic if I need it.
Okay.
I've only got 1 telepathy though. So
Solas, anything?
No.
Okay. All right. So, you take off in. Oh, actually, who was actually going to be on the helm of the hill?
they're both equal level, aren't they?
Yes.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. No, I guess.
Okay.
He's human, so less likely to cause a pass.
All right. So, you get Njord to pilot your ship.
hmm
Let's go ahead and. Yep.
I think I might have Braxon give Njord, or loan Njord his dagger.
If he's getting into melee, he's dead at that point.
Yeah, I know.
Mage at 4th level.
That's fine. You can lend him
Yeah.
the dagger.
Yeah.
Give him a whistle.
We didn't buy a load of spare whistles.
Are
Braxton's
we?
gonna buy whistles.
What's the crew complement? We got the 2 gift, 7 of us, so that's 11. 4 humans, 15. 5 dwarves, 20.
Are we gonna have to write this down somewhere?
You probably should. Yes.
Yeah. Right. We've got a section for crew.
I mean, you could just write
It's
it down
only
on
a temporary.
someone can just write it down on a piece of paper that they're going to keep around just in case this stretches to next session. But in the chance that the specifics of your crew matters, like in a combat situation, then you do need to know.
All
Let
right.
me-
What is it?
Hang on.
Of 7 of us, 2 gift, 4 humans, 5 dwarves.
2 GIF.
I suppose the ones that matter are the 2 gift, 4 humans.
and 5 dwarves.
Yeah.
Now, isn't that all of your dwarves?
5 dwarves, yeah, we did lose a lot of dwarves.
We replenished our...
we have a sheet that says what crew we've got. Dwarves, we have...
Someone wrote down at the bottom of this.
We've only got... Hang on. We've got 5 dwarven marines, so that's all of them. We've got 4 gift weapon experts and 8 gift marines. We're taking 2 of the 8.
I assume the regular marines, because the weapon.
And I'm assuming we'd leave the signaller and the carpenter back on our main ship.
Yeah. Who's commanding up there? Is Siphon or...
Probably at
The
this
other
point,
one.
Nemariel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keep in mind, Nemariel has served in the Elven Imperial Navy.
Yeah,
She is functionally
true.
a veteran.
that's true.
She left because she got tired of it.
Oh.
And you feed her better.
Yeah, and she gets to
Wow.
avoid annoying paperwork and
Mhm.
Get rid of dodgy people that are bad for elves. Right.
Well,
so,
no.
so
So just as a side note, the all of the ships that she served on were just patrol vessels in a handful of spheres, and she had always been hoping to be on ships that would actually go between spheres and go to new spheres and stuff like that.
Right.
That's
I see.
one of the other reasons that she quit.
So she has an adventuring spirit.
Yes.
Right. So I've put 7 of us, 2 gift, 4 humans, and 5 dwarves in the notes section on the Hilt character sheet.
Yeah, I'm looking at that. I wondered who did that. I wasn't sure if it's you or Lev, because I know you both took notes.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, I figured that's a place where Ald can see it if he needs to.
All right. So, you head out in the Hilt, make your way to New Atari, and begin the descent. Yes?
Yeah. Can I make them look less them? Just a little bit. Just cover them up with some scarves or something. I don't know.
Make who look less them.
Yeah, I don't know who you're talking about.
Disguise. Just make them less recognizable.
Who are you talking about?
Everyone, I guess. That's coming. No, not the party members. If it's too late, it's too late. Fine.
It's not so
mean-
much
you
that
mean-
it's too late. It's more that I don't know that you have stuff for all of that.
All right, I will go on a shopping spree at some point.
You
I
had
won't
some.
do it now. It's
You
fine.
had some stuff before for making Lever look like a rich person when you went to the ball.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
That was close mainly.
That's just
Yeah.
one person.
It's fine.
Um,
I'll just have to buy stuff here.
And the other
What-
thing is, like, I'd have to go back and look to see exactly how it talks about disguise. I let you do disguise on the other player characters just
as long as
to
I'm
make it
not
easier
changing
for... Well, right, so to make it easier
race.
for them to be involved, so, you know, if someone wants to be involved in something surreptitious that you're doing, I'm like, yeah, okay. Like, you know, I'm doing it more for the fun thing than just changing up all of your crew members to look different.
yeah.
Also, what were you trying to achieve with the...
It's just basically, if someone tried to recognize us, it'd be hard because we don't look quite exactly as they remembered, because I would have disguised them slightly. As in, someone has a mustache, or
Most
you know,
people
some-
don't look at most
Braxon-
people don't look at the crew.
Braxon hasn't been to this port before.
Yeah.
So the only people that are going to recognise him is going to be people that have been in other ports in Kryn space, which might be a thing.
Okay.
It's not like we care about this place
Are
particularly.
we
much
going
anyway.
down? Are we going down with the flag of that world or not? That moon.
I don't think that would be a good idea.
Is that drunk Solas saying that, or is this sober Solas?
This is hangover Solas.
Oh, the middling ground.
Have we got our own flag? I suppose we'd have a flag of Bral or something.
I don't think we ever got a flag for the company.
I don't
All
think
right.
so.
You just have a neutral flag, I guess.
Yeah.
We should get a flag for the company.
We should get a flag, a flag with a sword on, but we haven't got one.
No, it won't be just a sword. It'll be a sword that's broken in half.
Yeah.
Well, the hilt would have the hilts, and the blade would have a blade.
All right, so you're
No. This is a general flag for the company. Every ship will have the same flag.
So you're taking down the Hadouken flag.
Yeah. Let's leave that on. Let's leave that on our main ship.
So you're getting 200 XP for that because I was waiting for that. I was waiting for you to. There's a reason why I asked you. Are you doing anything to prepare? Let me know if there's anything that you just want to make sure that I'm aware of. Hoping that comes up. Because that was going to cause you problems. If you didn't do that.
Yeah.
All right. So, are you putting up... I mean, I think that there is kind of a generic trader flag that you might have.
Yeah. A bit of cloth or something.
Yeah, it's just like a flat color. Are you going to put that up?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh, Braxon might get some signalling flags at some point. But I don't think he's bought them now.
You might have to do some shopping down there.
Yeah, he'll have to do some. He probably won't buy them for pirates because he won't want pirates to get rich.
All right, so you make your way down. There is just a very, very slight breeze as you're entering the atmosphere and coming down. Apparently, the high winds that you experienced earlier have abated, or maybe they were just on the other side of the mountains. It's hard to say at this point.
Okay.
I'm
Braxon.
making myself look like Denton Scarhand.
Okay.
Okay.
Slightly less elaborate dress-wise, so to speak, and slightly more practical.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's something that, while it does look fancy, it just wouldn't get in the way of combat if I had to.
All right, so you begin to take your vessel into the kind of a canyon type formation. The walls aren't exactly steep, and it's reasonably wide. It's just steep sloped, coming down to a river of some sort. Down at the bottom.
Braxon will have his signaling lantern ready.
Okay.
So that he can signal at the dock, request permission to land when we get nearby.
And indeed, as you close into where the port is, you come around a corner, and you can see the lights of the port fairly dim. It's shadowed by the cliff face behind it and everything like that. And you do see a signal light coming from the port itself.
All right. Did Braxon catch the start of the message, or is he going to say again?
Yes, you did, because it started after you came around the corner. So obviously they
ship
saw it.
coming.
And the message is, state your business and your affiliation.
Just literally just say we're smugglers looking for. We'd say smugglers and traders looking for.
Shouldn't we say traders?
Traders.
Yeah, all right,
You
traders.
don't go out and announce,
Avatar.
hey, I'm a criminal.
We could say traders from Autosphere.
Outer sphere. Outer Sphere traders learnt.
Oh, they would have asked for your identification as well, ship identification.
Yeah. Well, we'll say the hilt.
We'll just say we're
Yeah,
new
we'll say
traders.
This
All right, what are you signaling?
Braxon signaling. This is the hilt. We're traders and adventurers from out of sphere.
Adventurers?
Oh, we're traders from out of sphere.
Yeah, just traders.
We wish to land and discuss goods we might be able to buy in your
Traders.
illustrious facilities.
Wow. Lustrous might get mixed signals.
Okay, goods we might be
Goods
able
for
to
trade.
goods for trade.
All right. So there's a moment, and then the signal back comes. As a watercraft, bring your vessel into berth 4. Actually, sorry, berth 3.
Can we see the burst from up here?
No, not yet.
Okay. So Braxton will signal it back. Berth 3, understood.
Okay. So as you get closer, you can see that they do have 4 berths. 2 of them are filled. You see an eel ship, a galleon,
Ooh.
and then on a flat bit of ground next to the docks, you see a dragonfly.
Oh. Very interesting.
Oh, is that White Dancer? That Grey Dancer?
That might be your eel ship.
Lafdul,
Yeah, I want.
you.
Is that the Grey Dancer? Because I want to know if that guy's an informant or something.
So, the Grey Dancer was a damselfly. This is a dragonfly.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay. The dragonfly is painted a kind of an off-white, primarily. The galleon...
An off-white?
Yeah,
Weren't
off-white.
ever looking for an off-white dragonfly? That's in my notes somewhere. That stands out to me. I remember a white ship being a small. Oh no.
The galleon is dark red, and the eel ship is shades of green. Those are just general colors. I'm not giving you like full descriptions of them.
Star Knight's got a Dragon Knight. It won't be Dragonfly. It won't be them.
Yeah, I know Leva's master was flying at a white ship. Slightly white dragonfly, I'm pretty sure. I'm just trying to find where the hell I put that in my notes.
Okay. Well, while you're looking, Braxon,
So it's white Dragonfly and a galleon?
Yeah, dark red. And an eel ship that's shades of green.
Eel ship with shades of green. I don't think Red Njord had a galleon.
Yeah, but it's gonna be like middle people. It's because I changed over my notes and I'm wondering where I put them.
All right, so you're bringing your ship in?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, so you bring your ship into the third berth, and as soon as it's tied off and a gangplank is placed, yes?
Can I look like, see if I can cast no customs on one of the dock people?
Sure. Customs are pretty similar to what they were on the other place. There's some differences, but
I try to catch Braxon up with as many customs as I can fit in the shortest notice time.
Okay.
All right.
It's like, do this, don't do that, do this.
Lafdul,
Yeah.
as a help for you, that was on the 5th of December.
Where are you looking in their chat logs?
No, I'm looking at my own notes.
Oh, I
sent
might have.
you something. I sent you something.
Oh. So this, what is this ship? Is it a dragonfly? The other one?
Is
the
it
one
called the
here
White
in
Wing?
this port is a dragonfly.
Can
Yeah.
we see the name of the dragonfly?
No,
Ah,
can't see the names
right.
of any of the ships right now.
That is something you need to keep an eye out on for though. Level, you got your own personal quest. Yeah, I think that was what I was, because that was the notes.
We might be
Edgar at
able
one
to
point.
see. We might be able to see the nameplate on berth 2 as we land. If we're in berth 3,
It's
we
really
probably
dark.
can't.
It's
We
really
probably
dark.
can't see berth 1. Ah, right. Okay, fair enough.
Like it's
If-
nighttime, and
It's
if only-
intentionally kept dark.
well,
only
it's
some
it's
people-
nighttime, and this place is not well lit. I mean,
Yeah, it's nighttime.
they don't want a whole
night-
lot of light spilling out and making their location obvious.
And the moon's black.
Well, no, but you're on a black moon, but the two moons up in the sky, one's red and one's white. So
Yeah.
no,
I just mean there wouldn't be a lot of reflected color off the ground. It would sort of
true. That is true. Yes.
things.
And given that the ground is mostly very dark, green is actually pretty easy to see at night for the human eye. Other shades not so much. So, but yeah, I mean you do have some moonlight, but the mountain shape really does a lot to cut that down unless the moons are directly overhead. So. All right, so the gangplank is brought over, and a middle-aged human with graying hair kind of stomps up. He's definitely... He seems pretty gruff. And he says, "Welcome to New Haunt. In the name of Sir Darwin, docking fees will run you 12 steel, including water. And we're gonna need to inspect you."
Yeah. Do you need to see every single room? One of the rooms is warded. You should be able to. All right. You have to give me a moment to disable the warding. I guess I disable the warding.
He kind of grunts at you and waits for your...
It's a precaution. We're new in town, so you can understand our.
He waits for you to pay the docking fees.
Yeah, Braxon, pay the man. It's a captain.
Right.
You're right.
So I'm just writing docking fees down, 12 silver pieces.
All right.
What was the port called again?
Steel.
Steel, not silver.
Steel
New Haunt.
pieces.
Yeah, steel.
Okay.
Everything's done in steel. This. And what's his name? Sir What's Davion?
He said, "In the name of Sir Darwin." He is not Sir Darwin.
Yeah, I know, but Sir Darwin's probably the local lord.
Yeah.
New notes. Was this New Haunt, isn't it? Or was this
is New Haunt.
Yeah.
Black Hills was the other one. So you paid him?
Yeah, we'll pass over to Steel.
Okay. He nods to some, waves in some individuals waiting on the dock.
I will
you see
dispel
a dwarf and a hobgoblin who come up and they converse quietly. And then the three of them together kind of order you to start showing them around the vessel.
Okay.
Obviously, I introduced myself as Denton Scarhand. We are a trader. We have, obviously, Kindor whale oil. We have the material goods, and we have the perishable goods. We're looking to trade. We're also looking for information. Obviously, I'll speak to the old local dockmaster about that.
I am the dockmaster.
Oh,
Damon.
sorry.
Name's Damon.
Damn. Yes. Obviously, I learned of this place through the. Would I say Thieves Guild? the local, should we say, information brokers on Reox. I am searching for people, and obviously this is one of my avenues of information I am tracing up. I am looking for... I'm looking for an item, in essence. It was part of
Well, if you're looking to buy stuff, you should probably head to Charlotte's
basically.
Supply.
Charlotte's Supply.
She'll have what you need.
Sounds good.
Saves. I think the GM is being nice to me. Charlotte's Supply. Oh.
So they begin inspecting your cargo first. What cargo do you have here besides the whale oil?
It was all the stuff we were buying to make a trading ship.
Yeah, and that is
beverages, some tools, and raw metals, and such, if I remember correctly. Ores and such.
And we had some gems as well.
Yeah, we had a coffer of gems.
All right. Well, let me rephrase. This is he's asked to see your cargo, which would be in your cargo hold. Is there any? What of that is in your cargo hold?
Yeah, the gems would probably be in
a small lockbox.
Would probably be in Denton's cabin rather than in the cargo hold.
Okay.
I would have thought.
Yeah, I guess.
And the cargo hold will have all the stuff we've been buying to sell on. If it's not super valuable.
So in the cargo hold would be the alcoholic beverages, the tools, the
perishable
metals and ores.
We had some tons of perishable stuff. I think we just replaced all that stuff on the Reox.
We sold some stuff there, didn't we? And we bought some.
Yeah, and we bought some other stuff. I don't know where we.
I hope you wrote that down.
I don't think I wrote it down. I hope someone wrote it down.
I know vaguely what we had.
You should have written it down on somewhere since
someone. Let's not necessarily put blame. Someone should have.
I mean, isn't there anywhere on the
Hang on.
Cargo hold?
Well, we're not trading people. It's possible that somebody expected somebody else to write it down and just went on a shopping spree. So someone else will do the work. Let's go. Let's have a look at the character sheet for the ship. See if someone's written it on there. I know someone wrote the first lot down.
Well, we know we got the Kindori oil. I love pop quizzing you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta encourage those good gameplay habits.
Good gameplay habits. Don't throw your dice at the DM.
Luckily, that's a little hard to do virtually.
That's why you send it through the mail and then have it get shot out through a catapult from the box.
Well,
I might have to contact the postal inspector.
That stuff wasn't written on the character sheet, so it was written somewhere else. So it'd be in our documents. Let's have a quick look on the front. Oh. quick look on the bio section. No, it's not in there. Right, so
I don't have anything on mine.
I mean, I wouldn't have expected it to be on a personal character sheet.
no, I
You
wouldn't.
can even write it on the company sheet.
Well, I'm looking through the sheets, but what sheets have everyone checked?
I've been checking my own notes. I mean, I checked the thing briefly, but it's in the obvious places I can find it.
Oh, hang on. Someone wrote down gems.
What tab are you looking at?
The money one. Someone's written the cost of things there.
Was it gems and jewelry? No.
It won't be on the ship one because that's about people.
Oh,
Let's look at the ship equipment. Someone might have written it there.
yeah. We got the gems down because I remember these were all the gems. Because we bought these from Njord. Oh wait, did we?
We also
That doesn't seem
seems that
right.
some we wrote down grain-based drink delivered.
Yeah. I thought it was mostly beer and gems.
We did.
Goods.
We did at first buy the tools and metals and ores, since we got information that those are always in demand. Also, we bought all of this with company money, so
Yes, I know. Yeah.
Well, but also,
why it
just
should-
as a side note, I wasn't charging you money for the cargo, because I was just going to say that you'll either make or
Yeah,
lose money
that's
on the
why
sale.
I think stuff got lost because it's not in a tab. I'm just checking our chat logs, see if I can write. I'm pretty sure we talked about it on our logs, our group chats. Oh. There.
Found it?
50 gems. Wow. For.
Yeah, but you haven't taken him to look at the gems yet. If you're even going to.
I know we had some barrels
Yeah.
of alcohol.
we had few tons of
It's-
alcohol, a few tons of tools, and a few tons of
Yeah.
other stuff. But
I got the
can't
gem
see.
stuff, but I know I'm just scrolling up to see if I made any mention of materials.
Well, it's going to be interesting to show him stuff that you don't even know that you have.
That's
If you hold on for half an hour, we'll watch the old shows and let you know what we got.
Yeah.
I think
I
that
don't
might
think
take a
we're far.
little bit more than a half an hour.
It might do, yeah. Even
Well,
in
for
even
all
if-
doing it.
No, because we'd have to divide it up and listen to different bits. Yeah.
You take this segment, you take that segment.
Did Ockar write it down?
No.
Write what down?
The stuff we bought.
No, you wouldn't have wrote it down.
I did not.
Okay.
I know how much, like,
how big of was the cargo hold?
because the profit we had was 1,690. That was the profit we originally got when we got to Reorcs, and then we started changing stuff up.
Yeah.
Well, we bought stuff from reorgs to sell in other places.
Yeah, we were gonna sell some stuff in Thaldar because I got a good trade deal on one of the merchants for non-perishable goods.
But it sounds like no one actually wrote down.
It does sound that way, doesn't it?
Yeah.
We had a long discussion that we definitely did buy stuff.
You had a long discussion. I remember you guys specifically being like, we'll get X tons of this, X tons of that.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Why did no one? I'm asking myself that. Why did no one write this down?
Because people assumed other people were doing it.
We don't have designated like who does this, who does that. It's because it's all been split up. I mean, I know I'm supposed to be keeping notes on the potions and gems. I didn't feel like that was something I was supposed to keep track of. That's why I didn't write anything.
I would say we should write it on the Battle Dolphin sheet or the hilt sheet. And we
on our sheet, I literally do not touch the money. I've never touched the money because I don't even think I can access the money.
You can,
Alright.
but you don't know.
So, I mean, it's probably a good idea. So, I guess my recommendation, and it's just a recommendation, you can do whatever you want, is that if someone has an idea of, we should be getting some cargo, then it should be that person's responsibility to then make a note of it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Let's sort that out in the break, so we don't fill up the stream with people pointing fingers at each other.
Yeah, there's it's not about responsibility because
Yeah.
Well, it's everyone's responsibility.
Right, and that's the thing is like if someone is taking the initiative to do something, i.e., like decide on some cargo, then my recommendation is that it should be their responsibility to write it down, unless there's a predetermined responsibility for someone to always write that sort of thing down. If you're buying stuff for your crew, and someone's responsibility is to handle everything involving crew, then it doesn't matter whose idea it would be their responsibility to write it down.
Okay.
If someone's responsibility is to handle the cargo of the ships, then that kind of thing. But again, that can be covered later. I have found the information.
Yeah.
Because I did write it down, and yes, I did find this a couple minutes ago, and I decided to let you guys hang. You had 3 tons of unworked metal.
All right, hang on. Let's actually write this in.
Yes.
Right, where are we going to write this on the sheet?
Let's write on the sheet for the hilt.
Yeah, on the hilt.
On the in-game Roll20.
3 tons.
Yeah.
That makes more sense to put it there.
I think it can be written on the other items of value.
Yeah, that's what I'm putting it already. Although I'm spelling tons wrong.
I don't even know. Is it T-O-N-N or T-O-N-E-S?
Oh, it doesn't matter.
T-O-N.
It's the T-O... Is it double N though?
No.
Just T-O-N.
T-O-N.
No.
Well, I don't think metric exists in Spelljammer, but I don't think Imperial does either. And common isn't English. We're just translating it into English.
It's in gobbledygook that we understand.
Now, there was specifically a mention that the merchant that you purchased this from, you were told that you could get a good price in his name. No, on Gillian, the Moon of Gillian.
Yeah.
Yeah, wasn't that... Oh, wait, yeah. No, it wasn't a smoke plot. It's because we coincidentally was going there. Yeah.
Right. So I've put on Gillian. Okay, 3 tons of unworked metal.
You got 6 tons of worked goods tools.
6 tons.
Oh, it doesn't update this live if everyone's...
Did we have a place to sell that?
Sorry, what was the item?
I don't have a listing.
I'm putting it down.
The unworked metal. The unworked metal is the only one that you were told that you'd get a good price.
Okay, 6 tons of unworked.
Yeah, we got the works goods because we were trying to build up a ploy of these were things that were stolen. If
Yeah,
we
yeah,
advertised,
okay,
we got that.
I'm
Right.
4
Yeah.
Just
tons.
trying to get-
4 tons
just
of
trying to
good
get it written
quality alcohol.
4 tons of good quality alcohol. And it was various things, wasn't it?
I think so. I don't.
Yeah,
if
It was
you,
like
if you
lager
got,
and stuff.
I didn't
was-
make a note of.
It was
specific types.
various types of alcohol that they sold on the reorgs.
And we also had a coffer of gems that was just various stuff, wasn't it?
Yeah, but that's not going to be in
50
your
gems.
cargo hold.
No, but I'm putting it down on the hilt
Okay.
Hmm.
because it's on the ship somewhere.
Now,
gonna be in,
those ones you did purchase, so I didn't keep detailed notes of that.
No, we got the notes of the gems.
Okay.
That's the one thing we did get. It was like 50 gems of. Well, actually, I should probably just copy and paste this in, to be honest.
And I did not make a note of how many barrels of Kendori oil you bought.
Oh. It wasn't that much because we were pretty much at our limits. I think it was like a ton.
I think you bought a number of barrels, not in terms of tons, because I have a
Yeah.
I have a listed price per barrel.
I'll edit the gems bit. Put that in. Oh.
I'll just put X barrels of Kindori.
Do you guys think you have that written down somewhere?
I'm just putting down X barrels for now while people try and figure it out so that it's on the sheet. Oh,
I know we were buying it at a loss.
yeah. We was buying it to get the information of where this place was.
Okay, so you've shown the inspection team your cargo hold,
Yeah.
and the 3 of them, the hobgoblin, the human, and the dwarf, they consult quietly, and then the portmaster turns to you and says, "All right, for all of this," and he's kind of, waving his hand, encompassing it all. There'll be a import tariff of, looks back to the others, and one of them nods. He says, 1,000 steel.
1,000 steel. What if we're not selling it all?
Well, you might be telling me that you don't plan to sell it, but what if you then go and sell it behind my back? You gotta make
What
sure
if
that
you-
we're getting paid.
What if we keep one of your men here and we don't sell it until we come up with an arrangement?
We got work to
It
do.
does. I mean, we can just sell it here. We might take a loss, I say to Braxon. But obviously, I'm trying to be surreptitious in how I say it. But I would say the equivalent of we sell it here. We're getting information at the end of the day.
Hmm.
We'll just have to try to find some kind of makeup.
You should haggle.
Bribe
Does
him
that
personally.
does that 1,000 gold seem like a flat? Like, because flat does seem a bit.
Try and bribe him personally.
All right, I say, look, we're new here. You're shaking us down. That's obvious. So you're not exactly encouraging us to come back.
Well, what would I tell the Lord if I don't deliver the tariffs?
How about you come back here when we leave and count all the stuff again?
That's
And give
not
us a
how it
refund
works
on-
here.
Give us a refund on what we don't sell.
That's not how it works here.
He's just gonna. I don't think I can. I don't know. Is there anything that would give me any kind of indication of what I should think I should do in this search? Because I don't, out of character, I generally don't know what to do.
I mean, there was a suggestion to haggle, and there was a suggestion to bribe him.
All right, then I suppose I say, what if some money were to, say, fall into your hands and we can discuss this further? Because I'm, I don't know what. I never had to bribe a character in games, so.
You know, you
Literally,
tend to-
all the times I've ever been a thief, I've never had to bribe.
you
Well,
Never.
It's not
If we
about
bribe,
having to
you
bribe.
tend to-
Sometimes it's just about wanting to bribe.
What about the other week when you bribed someone when you didn't need to?
Yes, that too.
Yeah, you can see why I'm not the person to do this. You're not the thief.
But you,
I mean, you got the rest of the players here.
Yeah, some input would be nice rather than just me.
Okay, Ald.
Mhm.
What sort of prices have we paid for?
Because the Fowler's just literally,
sort
I've said he's shaking us down, obviously. So at that point,
Yeah,
it's
what's-
kind of
what's-
like.
why don't you invite him for a glass of? Do we have something really good alcohol?
I mean, keep in mind there's
Well,
3 of them here right now.
Yeah,
Well, we can invite all 3 of them, but he is the important one.
Yeah.
So it's important that he
We
he will partake.
we cannot
The
invite
others
all 3 of them.
can make a list or something.
I mean, Solas is the one with personal alcohol stashes, as far as I know.
Well, thing is, this is all right. This is a pirate port. Obviously, stuff gets smuggled in. If he was bribed with, like, say, a ton of alcohol,
An
Could-
entire ton.
not a barrel that, like, of his choosing, and then he doesn't. I don't know. He comes up with a new price or something.
Question, Ald.
I don't know.
Can Braxon remember what sort of taxes we've paid elsewhere for
No.
importing?
Every other place that you've done this, and you haven't done it a whole lot, it has been on the cargo that you actually sell, not just the cargo in your hold.
Yeah,
I've never done cargoing.
yeah,
I mean, Lafdul believes that he's shaking you down.
yeah.
Oh,
it's a shakedown.
it's obviously that's a flat
obvious that he's
1,000.
shaking us down
You should try haggling.
and
We could go
bribing.
to the other. We could go to the other port.
All right, so I say,
I mean, if you're not willing to pay the proper tariff, well, we may just have to impound your vessel.
what's the tariff on? Basically, trading it. Basically,
They want
Well-
to charge import duty on stuff that we haven't even imported yet.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing is like normally it's the tariffs are on stuff that you actually sell.
Yeah, so it's pretty obvious shakedown.
Well, it might be the way they try and operate here.
oh yeah. I can't-
Let's give them a drink, but we're not paying import duty on stuff we haven't imported. You say you got shops in this place. It's a pokey little village. How do we know you got anything decent here worth buying?
Well, I don't have anything worth for sale myself. But Charlot's the one that will be doing all the selling.
Yeah. So how do we know it's worth losing 1,000 steel off of our profits? We
Well,
might go there. They got no money. They're not going to buy anything. You're not going to give us our 1,000 steel back.
that's just how we operate here.
How do you get any food here? If you rip everyone off that comes here.
Can I?
Well, we got plenty of food. Lots of people come in wanting to do business here. If you're not interested, well, you know, you didn't have to come here.
Can I? I want to attempt to cast Mind Read on him. Surreptitiously. It's a 2-second cast.
It's not a 2-second cast. It's
Two rounds. Sorry, I just see the number and I assume seconds because it's not seconds, it's minutes.
Well, no, it's not.
rounds
It's
a
not.
minute.
It's an the 2 is an initiative modifier. It has no actual time component itself. If you really want to try and hide it, then I can roll for him. But keep in mind that you are in a small enclosed room. The cargo.
We're
hold.
inside the room.
Well, you're in the cargo hold.
Is it dark in here?
It's not bright. All right, let me see. What components are there?
There aren't any.
Yes,
I
there
don't
are.
believe. Might be my holy symbol, which is a die. Which is kind of convenient, but it's not a holy symbol. Anyway.
There may also be verbal and somatic components.
All right, hang on. Mind read, verbal and somatic. No material.
Okay.
Casting time 2, 5 yards a level.
Casting time 2 was for initiative if you do it on combat.
Basically, I would try and surreptitiously do it with Braxon. Looks like he's arguing price.
All right, so you begin to mumble out the words of your spell, and the hobgoblin says, "Hey, what are you doing?" He comes and pushes you in such a way that it disrupts the spell. This one here was casting a spell. I think he's trying to get an advantage here.
Look, we might be willing to lose one of these barrels of alcohol for your assistance. But there's no way we're paying tax on stuff that we don't know your traders are going to buy. That no other port we go to, dark or light, makes that sort of requirement.
How armed was this place when we landed him?
You definitely saw some patrols of humans, and all three
How
of these
hard
people.
would it-
All three of these people have weapons, and
How-
you did see some weapon emplacements.
Yeah, we get shot at basically if we leave. How long would it take us to leave, so to speak?
You'd be within range for a few rounds.
We've paid 12 steel. If we left, they'd probably let us leave.
No, they're going to impound us.
Well, I mean, right now you've got 3 members of their. You've got the
Yeah.
portmaster and 2 of his agents on board.
I mean, we could probably beat him in a fight. Braxon doesn't want to have a fight, but he's quite confident he'd beat them in a fight.
Yeah, it's more of a case of we just reverse it. We just esconde with their portmaster. We exfiltrate the portmaster, now he has to pay a ransom.
But if you're offering one of the barrels of alcohol, are you actually going to do that?
It was something that crossed my mind.
Braxon would say I'd have to clear it at my owner, but we might be able to do that sort of thing. But you've seen what we've got.
Well, are you intending this as a personal bribe to the 3 of them?
Yeah.
Okay. So, Lafdul, are you okay with him making this offer?
Yeah, he's making the offer. I don't know
Okay,
if he
then
gets
I'd
it.
say that you're just making the offer and not like double checking it. He taps on one of the barrels. Well,
It's
I
good stuff.
suppose we could say just 100 steel.
Jesus Christ.
Tell
What a
the
drop.
Sir Darwin that you didn't have much for much cargo.
Braxon
Not worth
chuckles.
much.
It's definitely been an enlightening experience, should we say. Yeah, I get up, I guess, because I got pushed over or just pushed aside.
Just like pushbacks, he stumbled back a couple steps, and the hobgoblin is continuing to glare at you.
Oh, no, actually, am I a human or an elf? No, I'm
I don't
human
know.
because I took on the disguise.
He's going to glare at you whether you're a human or an elf.
Oh no, I'm going to pickpocket that guy later on if I find him.
All right. I mean, you
You
try to
could pickpocket
pickpocket.
pickpocket him now, you know.
You could try to pickpocket him right now. I mean, as
Dude,
He's
leaving.
looking directly at me. It's very
Well,
hard to
as
do.
he's leaving,
You
at
could
Alright,
some
yeah.
point,
cut
at some
his
point,
hair off as well.
at some point before he leaves your vessel. I mean, if you wanted to try.
Yeah, no, I'm going to do that. But
Okay.
I don't
No,
like the guy.
I wouldn't pickpocket him if I was you, but
Well, it's up to him. All right, so
it's up to him.
so you're making the offer of one of your barrels of alcohol,
Yeah,
Mhm.
and you're agreeing to the 100 steel.
yeah.
Yeah,
suppose
I'm just that isn't so bad. Can I? No.
Wait, did
I'll
you actually
probably-
get away with the pickpocketing?
No,
He
I haven't
hasn't tried
pickpocketed him
He
yet.
hasn't tried it yet. He probably won't get away with it.
No, the guy's on edge. He doesn't know that I'm a thief, though. He just knows that I tried to do something.
All right, so
Good luck, buddy.
as you pay the 100 steel, the portmaster pockets it and says, "All right, we'll get some men to take this cargo off your vessel. Much appreciated." And he has kind of a sly grin on his face as you all are going back up to the deck. He seems to have forgotten about searching the rest of your ship.
That's good. He just wanted a bribe.
Mm-hmm.
So, Lafdul, are you going to try to pickpocket?
No. I'm just gonna pickpocket the dockmaster later. Or something.
Do you want to do it right now as he's leaving?
No.
Do it!
No,
Okay.
do it
No,
later.
because
We're
I'm
on the way
putting
out.
my personal goals in front of the company goals, and I'm not gonna put the company
Okay,
at
that's
fault for my folly.
Okay.
Alright.
After just find out what we need to know for our mission, and then pickpocket him on the way out.
So they get up
Yeah,
to
that's
the
probably
they get up on deck and they call down to some longshoremen who bring the cask up through your cargo hatch and then cart it down onto the docks. And then the dwarf and the hobgoblin kind of give you grunts. The hobgoblin gives you another glare, Lafdul, as they're leaving. And
I shake my hands at him. No, that I do something. Yes. Pretend to cast him, and I'm not casting. Obviously, I don't like the guy.
You're actually pretending to cast something?
No, not literally.
Okay,
You
alright.
know,
Oh, dear.
something so flamboyant.
If you
Make a
look
rude hand
like-
gesture.
if you make hand gestures, he's going to shove you again.
Probably.
All right, so
just don't like this
they
guy.
exit your vessel, and the portmaster, Damon, he gives you
I tried to
he
remember
gives
what that
all of
hobgoblin looks
you
like.
a kind of a slight mocking bow and says, "It has been a pleasure." And he also leaves.
Right.
So, I think with that, we'll take our break, give you guys some time to think about how you want to react to these people.
Well,
I will say that you would probably be able to guess that they may have suspected that you were, I mean, you're obviously unfamiliar to them. And
Yeah, I knew
unfamiliar
it was
to
a
their
shakedown. I
ways.
said it was a shakedown.
But also a little bit more than just that. You think that they may have picked up that you're not exactly experienced traders.
Well, that much was obvious.
Well, we're new
Yeah.
traders in town.
All right, so we'll be back in about 10 minutes, everyone. Let the party think of how they want to get around town, get the information that they want, and maybe figure out how many barrels of Kandori whale oil they have.
yeah.
But
I think we'll get back the 100 steel as a reward from the Elven Navy. Back to this
Lucky
port.
if we get
Oh
10.
wait, so it's 100 steel we gave them?
Mhm.
Yeah, instead of 1,000.
100
Oh,
steel
good.
and a cask of...
So we didn't get as ripped off as I thought we would.
100 steel
Lafdul's
and a
ego's
cask of good quality alcohol.
Hey, 100 steel is something to be proud of when they were asking for 1,000.
well,
yeah,
it was
but
also
they
a barrel.
got a barrel of alcohol.
Braxon
as
did
well.
well on the bribery thing.
Well, I don't know. The barrel might be worth 900 steel.
I doubt it.
Probably
It's
not.
probably worth. Yeah.
But
I'd say about 50.
we'll be back in about 10 minutes, everyone. See you shortly.